To Ukraine now, where officials are reporting a massive Russian aerial attack across the country. The northeastern city of Kharkiv is among the hardest hit, with at least 6 injured. President Zelenskyy called the Christmas Day attacks, quote, inhuman. In Kyiv, families fled to the metro for shelter. Ukraine's air defense says it downed 59 of the incoming missiles targeting energy infrastructure. DW correspondent Sonia Falnikar is in Kyiv. She told us more about the attacks.
Well, Melissa, authorities here say this was a large-scale attack by Russia this morning involving over 100 drones, over 70 cruise and ballistic missiles. The Ukrainian Air Command has said that Russian strategic bombers took flight overnight. They say a number of cruise missiles were also launched from the Black Sea. And we're hearing that the northeastern city of Kharkiv was among the worst hit. Authorities there saying that the city came under massive rocket fire from ballistic missiles, which caused damage to civilian infrastructure, started fires in many places, injured many civilians. And of course, these attacks today come just a day after another ballistic missile attack in the central city of Kyiv, where a missile slammed into a 4-story apartment building, killing 1 person, injuring more than a dozen people. And Kyiv, of course, is the hometown of President Zelenskyy, and that attack came just as he was recording a Christmas message for fellow Ukrainians. In terms of whether today's attack was a surprise, I don't really think so. A lot of people here were kind of bracing for heightened Russian strikes around Christmas, because that is what, unfortunately, Russia has done in the past 2 years around the holiday season as well.
Now, with Ukraine's energy supply hit so hard, is this going to be the toughest winter of war yet for Ukrainians?
Well, President Zelenskyy has said today's attack was certainly targeted at the energy grid. And we have heard from Ukraine's largest private energy provider, DTEK, which says that today's attack targeted several thermal plants. We don't know where those plants are located, but they say that it caused extensive damage to plant equipment. We're hearing of multiple regions and cities in Ukraine today imposing emergency blackouts. But in many ways, I have to say, Ukraine is kind of used to this situation after 2 hard winters of having its energy grid battered repeatedly by Russian strikes. I think emergency crews here have gotten pretty adept at, carrying out repairs quite swiftly. Ukraine also is getting more help now from its Western allies when it comes to restoring power capacity, getting emergency transformers for hospitals and essential facilities, and also to help protect vital equipment from the snow and sub-zero temperatures. So I think Ukraine is in a better place today.
Sonia Falnikar in Kyiv, thank you so much for joining us. Sonia also spoke to a group of Christmas carolers trying to lift people's spirits despite the ongoing war in Ukraine. Here is her report from Kyiv.
These students are going caroling in Kyiv. But the ongoing war has other plans. An air raid alert forces them to shelter in the metro and improvise. Caroling of Vertep is an old Ukrainian folk tradition to banish the darkness and lift the spirits. Alina Bilokon joined the group last year.
One song is about history of Ukraine, it's about our traditions, and other song is just really happy, and it's about everything and nothing. We also want to bring happiness to the people, to the society in these dark times in Ukraine, so yeah, we're trying our best.
These carolers aren't the only ones trying to ensure the ongoing war doesn't dampen the holiday spirit. At this Christmas market, there's plenty to smile about, especially for young Ukrainians. But even here, thoughts of the war and the death and destruction it brings are never far away.
People must and should hold on, celebrate and rejoice today because they're alive and have their life ahead of them. A week ago, my son was drafted, and God willing, he will survive.
We want to feel the light of this Christmas because we long for happiness and light when living in such darkness and stress for so long. But it's very hard to let that light into your heart when you know there's so much grief around you.
Навколо дуже багато горя.
It's a burden groups like Alina's are trying to help lighten. They're hoping to sing for as many people as they can tonight. And they seem to be making a difference.
It was very moving, very warm. Honestly, I don't feel the Christmas spirit at all because my boyfriend is on the front lines. But thanks to such small moments, it stirs a special feeling.
As the war grinds on towards a grim fourth year with no end in sight, these moments of joy are few and far between.